sure hope you can hear me. And Tiger Lily, we are here to brighten your evening with some relaxing moments and sounds. And we've never gone live here before, so we figured, why not? Why not? So, I thought about some things I wanted to explore. And since we're live, you can let me know if there are any anxieties that you're going through that we can maybe have some ASMR therapy with. So, the first thing that I wanted to ASMR away was to alchemize some of the heavy metal toxicity that we might be going through. So, what are heavy metals? Boop, 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 boop. So, heavy metals, in trace amounts, copper and iron, such things are needed in the body for certain reactions. However, there can be things like mercury, aluminum, and toxic levels of copper that are in our environment, our food, and these things, hey baby, they can get into different parts of the body and gather there and cause chaos. And this is what I was thinking. I've been really into meditating with the sun lately. And cute baby. Even if it's cloudy out, to just look into the sky and feel the sunlight penetrate my pores and light my body up. Because when we have spiritual conversations, we say things like, we are light and we shine our light so bright, right? And then it comes to ask a question. Wait, is that real? Do we actually shine light? And when you feel that spiritual light, it's a feeling, right? You feel it. And when I look at the sunshine and I feel the sunshine, it's a feeling. And if I let that light pour over me, it's a spiritual feeling, like God's light, right? And so I thought to myself several weeks ago, when I looked at the sky and I saw what some people say is spraying of aluminum and what some people say is a reflective barrier to mitigate global warming. Some say that to reflect the light back. I thought about it in a deeper way. I thought, well, if that gets absorbed into us, does it become a way to stop the light from getting into every cell of the body? Like wherever those heavy metals are, does that mean that those parts of us are dark and they cannot reflect the light? What do you think, Kika? Because some think that in these dark places, parasites can live and prosper and lay their little eggs and start their little families, all because of these heavy metals giving them a hiding place, because light cannot reach those dark and dusty areas. So then I ask you, my friends, I ask you, Tiger Lily, if we have absorbed heavy metals into our bodies that make the places dark, with our consciousness and our awareness, can we then bring the light so strongly into those areas that they will melt the heavy metals and alchemize them actually back into light? Do you think we could do that, kitty cat? Let's use our imagination. Ask yourself, is there somewhere in my body where there's a heavy metal? And see if your body answers you. And ask your body, where is this heavy metal? That might be. It's so messy in here. My goodness. That might be blocking my light. Where's this heavy metal? That might be blocking my light. Kitty cat went somewhere else. Okay. I'm trying to get a read on mine. Where is this possible heavy metal? Okay. I feel like I'm getting a read on where some heavy metals might have collected in my body. So now, this is the meditation we're going to do. Hi, Dale. I want you to ask yourself, how am I going to get rid of these heavy metals? First of all, let's thank them. I put a little coconut oil up on the chair for her and she found it in a porcelain spoon. First of all, let's thank the heavy metals as if they are protecting us from something else, like choosing to put armor on. Like this. We choose to wear metal around our bodies sometimes, don't we? That's a choice. We choose to heat our food up with metal sometimes, don't we? please confirm that you can hear me and that the volume is okay when you get a chance. So, the first thing we're going to do is thank the heavy metal for being in our lives. And then we're going to ask it nicely. What if I were to ask you to leave my body because I want to let more light into my body? And then listen to what the heavy metal says. The heavy metal says, okay, I can do that. Are you sure you want me to leave? And I say, yeah, I want more light in my body. And the heavy metal says, okay, I'm gonna go. Which way do you want me to leave? Which door do you want me to go through? And I say, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put a jacket of invisibility around you. And then I want you to go through the front door, whatever you perceive that to be. And don't be scared, because, you know, you might feel like you're an intruder because you're darker than the light that's me. And so you might feel uncomfortable exiting out the front door, like everyone's going to be mad at you. But since you have this light around you, you can just walk out freely, the same way you came in. And then say bye. Hold on, the spoon looks like it's about to fall. I was wearing a skirt, but these are so cozy. I love these organic cotton sweatpants. Anyway, so the heavy metal goes out the door, whoosh, in an invisible cloak of like linen, of light. Now, how do you feel? So now, go back to that spot where the heavy metal left. And enjoy the light as if that area of your body is on vacation in St. Thomas, sunbathing for the first time in years, because it couldn't sunbathe because there was a metal umbrella blocking it. Is it falling again? And so, enjoy the sunshine in that area. Feel that part of you sunbathing and absorbing the sun, the light like it hasn't in years and years and years and years, because the heavy metal protection has now moved out. It moved away. It's gone completely. And it's going to take some time for that area of you to repair. And do you think you have some kind of dark infestation there that is slowly getting killed by the light that's shining there? Maybe. Meow meow. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. So now you can say, all right, we've been sharing the same space for a while, but I think it's time for you to go. Hasta la vista, baby. And so just allow any kind of dark infestation, whatever that looks like to you, to just get away from you, to just go back to the earth. You don't need it. It's not serving you. Bye-bye. Gone. Enjoy again the freedom of that area, now sunbathing again in Hawaii. Feeling that sunshine on that area. Like joy, like happiness, like freedom, like harmony, like beauty, like smooth sailing. So now, let's talk about a very beautiful part of your body that may have also absorbed some heavy metals, and we're going to inspect that. Okay. The area that I'm talking about is your very incredible, dynamic, multi-layered, infinitely cosmic, incredibly conductive, and quite a leader to the rest of your body, ladies and gentlemen. Give some applause to your beautiful brain. Yay, my brain. Feel the tapping on your head. Little raindrops. Feel the tapping on your head. Honoring your brain. And as you tap your brain, ask your brain, are there any dark spots that need to be filled with light? Are there any heavy metals that are blocking the light, that are allowing darkness to fester? And find those areas with your mind's eye. Where are they? Now, the passageway to the brain might be a little bit more complicated than other parts of the body, so that when the heavy metals were in other parts of your body, they might have been able to leave through the front door. But if there's heavy metals in this gorgeous brain of yours, we might need to deal with it a different way. We might need to collect all of it with a magnet, okay? And then bring it all down and out the third eye area, because in this third eye area, thank you for the thumbs up, you. In this third eye area, we have the pineal gland. Looks like a pine cone, right? It stays so succulent and alive when we have things like watercress in our diet and violet amethyst vibes. So we're going to magnetize the heavy metals very carefully and pull them out like a thin copper wire. And then we are going to spin the wire into gold. And then we're going to wrap the gold around our head like a protective crown. Are you ready for this alchemization? Let me get the magnet. Well, what can we use as a magnet? Let me see. Where can we find a good magnetic pull? Okay. We've got a pyramid. So we're going to collect all the heavy metals in the brain. It's going to stick to the magnet. I'm going to pull it out. We're going to go around and around. I'm going to do mine first, then I'm going to do yours. Okay, any more? Creating a golden wire eventually. Do you feel the cleansing? You could do your own too. Any more to add? Might not get all of it, but getting quite a bit. A couple more swoops. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to clean out the heavy metals into this big wire. It's now out. once the heavy metals are out, we're going to feel more space in our brains. We're going to feel more light in our brains. We're going to feel more moisture, more incredible, accessible energy. That helps us feel stable and secure and filled with good leadership, leading us to make good choices, and to care about ourselves in so many ways, to have clarity of mind and clarity of thought, peace of mind. Feel that light you up, just like peace of mind, the light of peace, the joy of peace. And feel your third eye shining like an amethyst crystal. Okay, your turn. Let your heavy metals in your brain magnetize away. Okay, so now that we've pulled it all out in this area, we're going to pull out the like copper wire-ish substance. And now, with all of the heavy metals that have come out into this wire, I'm going to wrap it around your head. And now you've got a golden crown. It's just alchemizing into gold. Now feel this golden crown on your head. Feel your kingdom, your queendom. Because that metal is probably better outside of your body than inside of your body. And when we get it outside of your body, you can be the kings and queens and reign on this earth with your love and caretaking, taking care of yourself as much as you take care of this earth. Because you have the power to do that. Let me know if you want me to go 5 more minutes. I feel like today's session is just very good for feeling cleansed and clear. And I do want to say one more thing. love and harmony, and joy and peace. Feel how that's being contained and protected by your golden crown, and how you are a queen, you are a king, filled with the light and containing it and allowing it to overflow onto others through your eyes, in and out of your eyes. And so, my friends, thank you for sharing this time with me today. And hold your hearts and connect with who you really are. Thank you for releasing the distractions, releasing the resistance to the light, and allowing any darkness that might have been festering because the light wasn't there to just be flicked off of you, out of you. It's not serving you. Don't let it eat off of you anymore. You need your energy for you, and you deserve your energy for you. So keep it clean, keep it strong, and keep it flowing. Till next time.